Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto, 7:30 Sunday evening. Time for some Sunday night live chat. Looks like Kevin L and Jim are here and ready to go. Obviously, the time change thing kind of goofs things up. So we'll see how things go tonight. See if everybody's back on to the new schedule yet or not. But obviously, the backing up an hour kind of changes things. There's Matt. Austin's here. And we'll see how things go. Hopefully most people are adjusting and we'll realize it's time to go and we're on and ready to happen. So, but you never know. It kind of changes things, makes things a little bit weird. Brett's here with us. But it definitely got dark early tonight. There is no doubt about that. There's Pete. Kevin's here. Scott with Rebel Driver. JP, glad you guys all made it back tonight. And it looks like we are connecting on Facebook as well. Back on a normal time tonight. Obviously, last weekend I was out of town. Of course, I was out of town this weekend, but I got home this afternoon. There's John. I counted up the last 11 days, I think I've been home for 2.5 of them. So it's been kind of bananas. But I will actually be here all this week. The following week, I'll be gone for half of that week too. But for now, I'm here for a week. Big Job made it. So anyway, as always, we are live on 2 formats, both Facebook and YouTube, as you see me glancing back and forth between comments. And there's Scott right there on Facebook. Throwing Sparks is here tonight. Mike from Texas. So I am keeping an eye on both those formats. If you're on the Nobody Show Facebook page, I cannot see those comments. This is a shared video from the Nobody Else's Auto Facebook page, so you will need to be on that page to comment, or the Nobody Show YouTube channel. Those are the only 2 sets of comments that I can see. We do occasionally get some trolls on here. I did make a change, just so you guys know. As I was going through the setup today, I was looking at some of the different options on the setup. And to try to help handle the troll situation, I did click the button that says you have to be a subscriber to comment. There's Glenn. So please bear that in mind, guys. You have to be a subscriber to comment. If you guys help remind me, I'll announce that a few more times. I'm going to see if that helps. Obviously, we've got Pete and Kevin L helping out as admins, but maybe that'll help keep a few of them out too, where you've got to be a subscriber for like 10 minutes before you can comment. So there's Kenny, Scott, Waycamp. So please keep that in mind. If you're not a subscriber, you need to subscribe or it will not let you comment, and we'll see if that helps as well. Super chats are always awesome. We are dealing with ads. I've got it set on the most conservative setting I can put it on, but we do still have to deal with them. Appreciate that. Glenn says hit the like button. So, and also, as always, please double check autocorrect before you hit send, just in case it doesn't change to something that I can't comprehend. So, try to catch most comments. I do miss a few here and there, but I do try to catch most of them. There's Alec on Facebook. Yeah, my truck is full. And not only that, I hit some antique shops. So I got some killer toys for me. I got some killer toys for you guys. A couple small ones going to be in the auction tonight. Some stuff for an upcoming raffle. Lots of cool stuff. There's Joe with us on Facebook. So, yep, we got the truck is full. We'll get that unloaded and do a video here within the next couple of days. Neil made it. I talked to Chad yesterday, Neil. Speaking of which, some exciting things happening. Marty from Colorado. Glad you made it, Marty. Welcome. Yeah, no kidding. We only had like 2 minutes because my ride's going to be here. We got to go eat, and that's all the time I got. But I got 4 minutes to talk, so let's talk right now because I got to leave in 2. But Chad Reynolds with Bang Shift and I, we've got some stuff we've been working on for a few years. We've been throwing some ideas around. Chad called last night. He's like, we got to make this happen. So I'm in. We've been talking about it, and we just need to make it happen. So he is going to work on some stuff at SEMA with some possible corporate sponsors. And we're going to see if we can come up with some cool stuff between me and Chad with Bang Shift. So it's going to be awesome. Yeah, of course, Neil knows all too well how wound up Chad gets. We have a lot of fun. It's awesome. So appreciate that, Matt. So we'll see how that all comes together. Like I said, we've been tossing these ideas around for a few years. It is time to make some things happen with this deal. Because sponsors the Paladors. It's going to be exciting. I don't want to say too much yet till we see if this is finally going to happen. Chad's talked to some people about it before, and we just haven't been able to get it all put together. When he called last night, he was pretty wired up about making it happen. That or he just drank 87 Mountain Dews. It could have been one or the other. I'm not sure. And Neil knows exactly what I'm talking about. So does Scott. Less cool, Chad. So I'm excited about it. We'll see if it comes together. He already started making some calls, and like I said, curious to see if he gets some interested people at SEMA next week. But it's exciting. It could be awesome, and it could be a ton of fun. Never seen it done before. We've never seen anything like this done before in the industry, which is kind of scary that me and Reynolds are working on something we haven't seen done before. But I mean, worst thing we'll do is screw it up. So, which is also possible, but we'll see what happens. There's Briggs Garage made it. Glad you're here. Glad you made it back tonight. So anyway, I'm super excited about that. Dennis is here. Looks like everybody's starting to kind of make their way back tonight. But Martin's here. While I was out on the road, Billy Bowman. We did get to Rangeline Antique Mall. We've been there before. We've talked about it before. They've helped us out before. I did get a couple of cool toys there. We're going to be sharing with you on an upcoming Toy Tuesday. Also shot some content at the store because it is an actual antique mall with like old stuff and cool collectible stuff as opposed to a ton of new furniture with chippy paint and things, and DVDs and things like that. So we did shoot that. We've got some cool stuff coming up. Ray helped us out with some stuff as well. Saw some raffle stuff that's going to be coming up, probably not this time, but probably next month. So lots of exciting things happening there. We've talked about Rangeline Antique Mall. There's Jeff from Ottawa before. So hopefully, some of you guys can get by and check it out. They got some great stuff. But now we're going to show it to you, or at least part of it. It's big, but we're going to show you part of it. The Nobodies page, once again, I commend you guys. The Nobodies, if you're not on here on Facebook, be there. You've got to be there. You got to be part of it. It's great. I love seeing what you guys post. The first Austin McLeod charity raffle. Yeah, Austin McCoy charity raffle. Yeah. We're going to get to that here in just a couple minutes, actually, also, because I know you guys want to get that out of the way. So we're going to do that here in just a few minutes. And like we talked about earlier, I did hit a button for subscriber-only commenting. So if you're not a subscriber, your comments will not show up. I'm going to try to keep reminding people of that throughout the evening. So definitely subscribe if you have not subscribed. It's just another way to try to help control the spammers. No, he's not. He's not in the video. So, but he did let me in the back too. So we got some warehouse stuff that isn't even out yet. But there again, like I tell you guys, I don't comment on a lot of that stuff. I just don't have time, but I do glance at it. I do look at it. I do see your pictures. I do keep up with what you guys have going on. There's Charles. Charles is here. Buick Man made it. So that's awesome. Like I said, if you guys aren't on there, get on there. 70 some people on there. Let's see if we can get that to 100. That'd be cool. But I love seeing what you guys post, your projects, what you're working on, going after stuff. It's a lot of fun, and there's been a lot of great people on there, a lot of great comments on there, and you guys have done an amazing job with that. Huge shout out to Rusty Okie and Whiskey Business for taking care of that. I don't have anything to do with that page. Those guys do manage it and take care of it for us, so huge shout out to them for helping us out. But it's been a really great asset. So, but that's why this deal works. This deal works because of guys like Zach and Andy, Kevin L. and Pete. That's what makes this thing tick. Those guys on his admins, Pete running the email list. Like when we had the gathering, Rico was out here early helping clean up and set up, and I guess Jess too. So, but that's why this clicks. It clicks because of all you guys. So the Nobody's page has been an awesome hit, and I really enjoy checking that out. And I pretty much look at it every day. So don't think I'm not looking at it just because I'm not commenting on what you've got going on. Have a drink on them too. That's right. As a matter of fact, we haven't even busted that out yet. That's a good idea, Alec. Yep. Have a drink for Zach and Andy for helping us out with that. And then of course, Kevin L. and Pete. Like I said, this is a group effort. There's no doubt about it. There's no way I could take care of all this stuff on my own. So it's a huge shout out to everybody that does help. Not only help manage it, but for everybody who helps by participating in things like that. So Austin ordered cookies. Awesome. So Austin has ordered cookies from Winters Farmette and Gardens. Be sure to check them out on Facebook, Winters Farmette and Gardens. Carrie does an amazing job, and it's super cool. And I'm miserable from eating cookies I got from last week, but they're great. So Guitar Zan made it. Now, the promo situation. Obviously, you guys are well aware we went to the promo model auction a couple months ago. Dad and I bought a bunch of them that day. I told you I knew a guy that had bought a bunch who was a dealer and just bought them to resell, but I bought a lot of stuff from the guy in the past, and he treats me pretty fair. And I bought some more from him a couple weeks ago. And then I went ahead and got a hold of him last week, and I bought all the rest of them that he had. He bought like 21 or 22, but he bought a couple of those for somebody else. And I bought all the rest of what he had. So at this point, based on what I'm counting, if you guys saw the short that I put up at the day of the promo auction video, I went back and looked at my pictures, and I think I counted 84 promos that day, all Chevrolet. And Dad and I now have 49 of the 84, and Tractor Mike's got one. So that would put 50 of the 84 we got. So, so super excited about that. Plus, I actually bought a couple more promos this weekend. Fords, as a matter of fact. I actually got a promo that I have been after for decades. I've been after this promo. I've looked for this promo. The few times I've seen him, I wasn't able to buy them. I haven't seen one in a long time. I'm sure I could have found one on the internet if I started digging around, but what kind of fun is that, So I've got a Ford promo that's going to be coming up that I have been after for years, and it's in great condition. So I am excited about that one. Ford is a little bit different, but I'm super excited about that promo. So basically, we started doing some of these Chevys in September. I bought more since then. I bought some Fords this weekend. So basically, it'll be like what I've just bought in the last 60 days, what Dad and I have come up with in the last 60 days. We'll be looking at these through next September. We've basically got a year's worth of promos right now on the shelf next door. Super excited about that, too. Nut Farm's here. There's Tony. So anyway, definitely excited about the promo situation right now. And we've got a killer one tonight, guys. Some of the stuff we got, like I bought at the end of the auction, there was like 6 left, most of which were Monzas. And I did buy all that stuff too. But by and large, the late 70s, early 80s Corvettes aren't real desirable, and the Monzas aren't real desirable. But that's like 8 cars out of the 49. So there are some wagons. There are a few wagons that we're going to be checking out. So we got a lot of cool stuff. I'm super excited about it. I know you guys are going to absolutely flip when you see tonight's promo. I pulled one of the better ones tonight. We haven't even really gotten into any of the better ones. The only really good one we've looked at, and these things are all good, but one of the really knockout ones was the Chevy pickup. But we got another one of the top shelf ones tonight, and it's great. I did not buy the Chevettes. I bought one. There's Carl. I bought one Vega at the auction, and then I bought another Vega from this other guy. Both early ones, both 71 to 73 era. So they're early Vegas. I don't have any of the late Vegas. But did anyone but you and the other guy get the 84? Oh, out of the 84? No, because he only bought like 21 or 22, and we bought like 31. So there was some other people buying them there, but we've got about, well, if you count Tractor Mike's, we've got 60% of what they sold that day. So those are pretty cool, actually, Buick, man. Those Dakota convertibles are pretty unique. Steve's here. There's Dad. Dad made it here finally. Glad he's on. So anyway, the promo situation is outstanding as of right now. And you guys, when we get to this promo here in a little bit, it's going to be nuts. It was actually one of the first ones I grabbed on our first choice. The first time we got choice, this was one of the first ones that I grabbed. So it's a great one. But anyway, so as far as new inventory, since I was only here 2.5 days, I didn't really go pick up any cars. But I do have the truck full of parts. There's Michael Glagola. So the truck is full of parts. I got more cool toys coming up for some Toy Tuesdays. I got more cool toys coming up in the auction tonight that I just got yesterday, but they're going to go to you this week. Just a couple little ones. Got some raffle toys courtesy of our good friend Ray at Rangeline Antique Mall. And but just didn't have time to pick up any cars. So, but before we get into the promo models and the emblems and stuff, how about we give this stuff away? Anybody up for giving this stuff away? Let's give some stuff away. Who got in this time? Actually, this is 2 weeks worth here since I got home last week late and didn't get last week's in. So who's in here? Who's in the big Buick oil can? What are we going to give away? Let's give away all this stuff. We're going to yank 4 names out here. 3 small Tootsies and the big Structo truck. We know Austin's ready. Absolutely. All right. From the last 2 weeks, these are the names that got in. So if for some reason I don't read your name and you thought you got in the last 2 weeks, be sure to let me know so that we can get you into the next raffle if there was a mix-up somewhere. I'm going to get my notepad ready here. And there's number 1. Okay, from the last 2 weeks, Alec Blanchett, Tractor Mike, Johnny Z, Tony Napoli, Austin McCoy, Randy Ellenberger, Matt Williams, Austin McCoy. Those are the last 2 weeks worth of entries who are into the big Buick oil can for tonight's raffle. So should we give some stuff away? Look at all these names. All right, who's ready for the big truck? Get my notepad ready so I can write the name of the winner down. Here we go. Yeah, that's probably Dallas. Probably all you did see was Austin, Kenny. All right, here we go. Because Austin was pretty serious about this project. We'll see what name comes out. I can't see him. I don't know. There's Pete with a drum roll. Here we go. I'm down to one. Randy Ellenberger. There's Maggie. Maggie's back with us tonight on Facebook. Glad you made it tonight. That's an interesting look there, Nut Farm. Yeah, that's true, Austin. All right, let's give away all these Tootsies. So, I assume you want the big kahuna, Randy. I'm sure you don't want any of the Tootsies. I'm sure you want the big truck, but I'll just make sure. So, yep, I figured you'd be pretty happy. Now, on these Tootsies, we're drawing 3 more names, and then we're going to get into, then we'll draw one last one for the new entries into the next raffle. Now, these Tootsies, we have one of the Greyhound buses, and it is 6 inches long. Yep, I figured you would, Randy. We have a small fire truck. It's small, but it's very Art Deco style, 40s era. This is probably about 4 inches, 4.5. And we've got an Econoline that has been repainted. This is the largest of the 3. It is 5.5, but it's also wider. I think these are all Tootsies. No, this is a Tootsie. This is a Man Oil. And the bus, I think, is a Tootsie. So, those are the next 3 names coming out, which will all probably be Austin, row after row. But you can only win once. So, Johnny Z. I don't know if Johnny Z's on with us tonight or not. If you are, let me know which one you want. If not, we'll keep drawing, and then you'll get by default what doesn't get picked, I guess, if you're not on with us. So, Nate's here. We'll give it wait a second here, see if Johnny Z is on tonight. As we get ready for the next name. This is really, yeah. So Randy is out. Johnny Z's out. Let's see what the next name's going to be. Whoops. Matt. All right, Matt, which one do you want? The bus. All right. All right, one more for the toy. The bus is out. We've got the fire truck and the Econoline left. Biggs. All right, which one do you want? Econoline. Okay, we'll send the fire truck to Johnny Z. And the first 10 entries into the next raffle. Dennis Chapman. Holy cow, how do we not pull Austin's name not one time? Because they are in there. I swear, guys, they're in there. We get a handful of these. I mean, you can see Austin's name in that stack. They're in there. Yeah, no kidding. In fact, yours is the name that fell out when I grabbed a handful. $1 a chance, Maggie. PayPal, check, money order, cash, whatever. $1 per chance. You get your name in here. $1 for every dollar you get your name in here one time, and that means we're ready for next month's raffle. Right? We want to see what the next one is. Let me get regrouped here. Let me pick all this back up. That is pretty bad luck, Austin. I can't believe we didn't pull your name one time out of all that. Because, I mean, like a third of those names in there are you. So, let me put these toys over here out of the way. Oh, no. Austin's wired up, so you guys better be ready for the auctions. And, as always, you know what time it is. We're ready to go for next month. But what are we ready to go for? Well, we always try to shake things up, do things different, make things interesting. But we always want to stick with some sort of cool automobilia-related stuff, as always. That is not the kitty litter pan, no. Austin needs the mega badge after that. We will give you that, Austin. We can absolutely do that for you. Hey, Zach made it tonight. Glad you're back, Zach. Got a can here for you. I didn't want to send it till I knew that you were back and ready. Boom! Austin requested the big badge after that thumping, after working that hard for the raffle and got nothing out of it. So, the mega badge for Austin. Double mega badge. Boom, 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 boom. And what the heck? One more time, right? There you go. Okay. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Red Rangeline Antique Mall hooked us up, made me a deal on some toys. They're not ready yet. I got to do a little bit of cleanup on them. One of them is really cool. They're all decent size. Two of them are not quite as nice as the first one, a little bit newer, like 60s era. So still good stuff. So I don't have those ready yet, but I thought, what could we do that was kind of cool? Something kind of different, but still stay within the lines of what we like to do. So I did some looking around. Bill Disc made it. And I did some digging, and I found some stuff that I think you guys are going to like. Because we all like license plates. You just can't lose with license plates. Easy to hang, colorful, super cool. Joe, you did. Yes, Joe, you're exactly right. I did. I'm grabbing that right now. I got it sitting right behind the computer. It's 60, actually, Joe. I dug that out. I told you I would, Joe. I dug it out, and here it is. It is a 60 on that diesel. So I did have it out. I had it on top, just right behind the computer, ready to check out for you. So there it is. I think this is the one you were talking about, right, Joe? So I did some digging around, and I came up with something I think you're all going to like. We always know we like plates. They're so cool. No, we're not in the auctions yet, Michael. So what I thought we would do. Okay, yeah, no problem, Joe. I did get it out. I knew where it was at and ready to go. I don't even know. This came off of a truck that we looked at this several months ago, but I don't know much about them. I found it on a truck that was getting scrapped decades ago. So I don't even know what diesel was in it. Don't even remember if I even looked. I just thought it was a cool badge saying diesel on it. So after doing a little bit of looking around, digging through my plates, trying to come up with something, a cool raffle, plate related, I managed to find enough to do this. They don't look like license plates. It's because they're all new. All new. 3 sets of new plates. So 3 people are going to get a set of new plates. $1970. Brand new in the envelope. So there's 3 of those. There are 3 1966s. And then there are also 3 this thing don't even want to come out. Probably because it's been in there for almost 70 years. They literally don't want to come out. Let me see if I can get one of these other ones out, because I got 3 of these too. Here, this one's a little looser. 3 new old stock in the envelope 1956s. So these have literally been in these envelopes for 68 years. So everybody gets 3 new old stock plates. All 3 winners will get 3 new old stock plates. There goes the hearts. Love the hearts. I hope you guys are excited about it. The first name out will get their choice of what year they want, and then on to the second, and then on to the third. So I think what we'll need to do is this. Let's move Randy's truck. Out of the way. All right. So each winner will get 3 brand new plates. You bet, Mark. Sorry to hear that, Mark. Hope everything went well, but there's a badge. I have not seen the Rusty Okie on tonight. Sounds good, Maggie. That information is in the description part of the video as well, or give me a call tomorrow and we'll figure it out. I am getting low on these shirts. I need to call my shirt guy this week and see if he's got some time this fall to get on my new design. So we are getting low on these, but give me a call, Maggie, or that information is in there in the description part of the video. So anyway, but then I won't have one because that's the only one I've got. GMC V6 truck engines, naturally aspirated. They were converted. So they were actually converted the GMC V6 gas to diesel. There's Mary. Oh, great. I just ran over my shoelace again. All right. So anyway, that's what we've got. Pretty good selection. 3 of each for our winners. All new in the envelope. Yeah, no kidding, Glenn. But I think it's going to be a fun raffle. Lots of hearts. That's awesome. Hope you guys are excited about it. Like I said, you can't go wrong with plates. They look good. They're easy to hang. They're great display pieces, great conversation pieces. So, ought to be a fun raffle. With that, let's get back on track with the promo model, some badges, and actually something a little bit different. One emblem, one something a little bit different tonight. Story time and some auction stuff and some magazine stuff yet coming up. So anyway, you guys ready for tonight's promo? Can you guys handle tonight's promo? I'm sitting here admiring it, and it's wow. It's kind of a knock your socks off piece. 17.5 to 1 compression on that GMC V6 diesel. Wow. There's Rusty Okie. There's Andy. Now, I didn't get the wagons out yet, Zach. This one, the top goes down, but it isn't near as long as a wagon. But this thing is pretty amazing. It's amazing condition. It's an amazing car. And it's just, wow. That's the only way to describe it. Tonight's promo in clay coral, kind of a pinkish color, on this 1958 Chevy Impala convertible. Clay coral is the color. Kind of a gray toned pink, I think. Silver inserts in the seat, silver convertible top boot. You see the Impala steering wheel on it. Lots of hearts. Lots of hearts. That's awesome. It's a pretty good piece. Yeah, we're not even close on this one, Mark. We're not even close to what I had to pay for it to get this thing. In 58, we've got at least one. Geez, the hearts are pouring. That's awesome. We've got a Bonneville. I've got a 58 Cadillac. I've got a 58 Buick. I've got a 58 Olds. Did not have a 58 Chevy. Nope, not a Centurion. You can see the front of this. It's not chipped up. Both fender ornaments still intact. No, 11 isn't even in the ballpark. The taillights are still there. The taillight lenses are still there. The sun visors are not broke. Clay coral is what the Chevrolet color was. We're still not even close to what I've got in it, Zach. It is friction. And one thing about this, as we all know, late 50s, early 60s, up to about 61 or 62, these promos are extremely prone to warpage. If we look super close, we may see a slight bit of warp into this. But, yeah, it's pretty great, Norman. There's no doubt about it. What really amazes me, and like I told you guys, all these promos, the dealers, when they had a promo they liked, they took it home and they put it on a shelf in their home. So none of these have ever been exposed to any sort of elements, large temperature swings, nothing. There's Tractor Mike. So as we all know, up until about 61 or 62, extremely common to see warpage on any of these, especially if they were in any amount of heat. Look at the sides of the body on this one. Look right down the sides of this body on this 58. As you can see, it is friction. We can see the gear here. But really a pretty cool promo. The 1958 Impala convertible in clay coral. Big Job said there is one on eBay. So, obviously one I was pretty excited about, especially considering we've got, this is the only 58 GM car I didn't have some sort of promo for. I think the Bonneville is actually out on one of Dad's shelf, but I've got the Buick, the Olds, and the Cadillac here. So, super excited to add this one to the collection. You think? I'm the poster child for that, Guitar Zan. Yeah. After what Dad and I bought in the last 60 days, definitely poster child for that. $79 on auction right now. So if it's on auction, it isn't close to being done yet, probably. Especially if it's that good. Pete knows the feeling. But Pete was smart enough to thin down and stick with a couple of avenues on them. A lot of it, Alec, is just, basically, and I don't have, I got a couple more here. Like this Corvette we looked at last week. One thing about a promo, they typically only have, they do not have highly detailed bottoms. The engines are not separate. That's usually a good giveaway. But a lot of it is just, experience, being around it, seeing it. What other promos do I have up here? This white Monza, you know, you look at the bottom of it, kind of the same thing. A lot of times the interiors are the same color. Oh, Alec on Facebook asked, how would I know if I came across a promo, not just a regular model car? So those are some of the things I would look for. But really, it's just, you know, I've been buying them since I was a kid. So I'm just used to knowing what I'm looking for. But those are a couple of the telltale signs if you don't know what you're looking for. You know, like this Corvette, actually, this car has been painted, but not the body was painted the metallic silver, but the bottom was a flat gray, and the interior was also done in that gray. Hoods don't open. That's another good point, Jim. But there are exceptions. I do have one Chevrolet over there with an opening hood. I bought a Ford yesterday that is missing the hood. We've got a Falcon out there we looked at several months ago that does have a hood open. So that's not always a guarantee, but that is another great thing to look for, Jim, is, you know, typically the hoods do not open on them. Doors don't open. You know, sometimes kits will have doors that open, but typically they do not have hoods that open either on a promo. So just a couple of ideas, Alec, but that's just some stuff to kind of look for. But there again, there's no substitute for just educating yourself. If you go to a toy show, just look around at some stuff, ask some questions, pick them up, hold them, look at them. Just don't drop it, because you'll end up buying it for sure. But those are some things you just need to familiarize yourself with to have a better understanding of what you're looking at, whether it's a factory dealer promo or just a kit somebody put together. Early 70s Chevy pickup promo had opening hood, like 73, 74, Jeff. Is that the one you're talking about, the first square bodies? That's another good point, Jim. Watch for glue if somebody had glued it together. So let's get to doing some digging here and some more stuff, some more memorabilia stuff. One emblem tonight, but the other one's going to be something else. Great, Mark. That's why we do this. I mean, it's all about enjoying the hobby, and it's all of your guys' knowledge that helps make this better for everybody. And that's what's so awesome. First off, let's catch an emblem. Late 60s, early 70s. I've got some, Jeff. And they do not have opening hoods, the ones that I've got. I've got a couple of them, and then the hoods do not open on the ones I've got. The first emblem tonight, before we get to the big box, and a good reason to have a beer. Perfect, Mark. We'll give you another badge just for that. How about that? In fact, we'll give you a double badge. Yep, you're right, Randall. There is a lot of knowledge on here, and you guys being on here and sharing it is awesome. But the first badge we're going to look at tonight, once again, new old stock. As you can see, those studs have not had screws on them. And this is kind of a tough piece to find. This is the rear tail panel emblem for a 1967 Pontiac Le Mans. This goes between the taillights, under the trunk lid, across the back. This is not a big, thick, heavy emblem for as long as as big as it is. Pete's in love again. Austin wants the big Madge again. Well, since we feel bad for you tonight, Austin, we'll give you the big Madge again. There you go. Boof. Boom, 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 boom. Big badge, big badge, big badge. But this is 20 inches long, almost 2 feet. had one, nothing under it, but it wasn't molded in. The ones we got are right in that era, and they don't open. So that doesn't say they didn't get a batch from another manufacturer that did, because that happened as well. You know, if Chevy or Pontiac or Ford, whoever was ordering them, ordered a batch from AMT and AMT couldn't provide everything they needed, they may have went to Johan for some. If Bill was on, he could probably clarify some of that. But I haven't seen Bill on with us yet tonight. Bill Wagaman has a lot of knowledge on that stuff as well. But this thing is pretty big for no thicker or heavier than it is. Yeah, it did, Randall. So that's why these are so hard to find. It is so thin and so frail, but it's 20 inches long. But a good looking piece. We'll get it up close here. It's brand new, never been on a car. You can see the chrome shine. It's not pitted, it's not scratched, it's not chipped, it's not broke. It's a cool piece. There's Dean. Hudson badge. All right, who wants to know what's in this box? Still wrapped up in paper, still in the box. Still has an old punch card in it. Nope, it's not a dash bezel. It is a Buick Newell stock chrome valve cover. I've never checked this. I think this is like 455 Buick, but it's brand new. Never been on an engine. Big Red Schultz is here. I come from an auction about a year ago. Never had oil in it, never had a gasket on it, never been in an engine, never had any heat in it. I was going to hang it up with all the rest of my valve covers. It's great. Lots of hearts. Awesome. So I thought this one was definitely well worth hanging up with my row of valve covers in the shop. And obviously you can buy, new aftermarket valve covers all over the place. They're not a huge deal. You can have painted valve covers chromed if you needed to. But I just thought it was super cool. Valve covered coat rack today. That'd be awesome. So I think this one's going to hang up with my collection in the shop. First auction, we should play taps tonight for condolences to Austin. I don't know. I think he's pretty wound up now. I think you guys better be careful because he's going to take it out. He said he's going to take it out on everybody during the auction. So we'll see how that goes. Tuck that emblem right back in there for safekeeping so I know where it's at. And we'll button this thing up. Tuck her back away in its box right back where it's been for the last 40 or 50 years. Till I get time to hang it up. The covers at a dealership never looked that good. That's a new old stock GM piece, so. Zach's ready for the auctions. Yep. I got to ship an oil can to you from last month, Zach, that you won. I think you won it. I think I had it saved for you. Yep. You got a can coming at you, Zach. But real quick story time tonight. Don't have a lot of paperwork on this one, but just some cool pictures. So I thought we would check it out. Because this is actually a car that Dad picked up several years ago. So all we've got are pictures of it. Yep, you got a can coming at you, Zach. I knew you were busy with all the hurricane stuff, so I didn't want to ship it until I knew you were going to be around and be ready for it. So tonight, story time real quick, is actually a 1952 Buick Roadmaster that Dad bought, and this was marked spring of 1981. 43 years ago, almost 44 years ago. And yes, this car actually is still in the yard. Believe it or not. Got a picture of the folks he bought it from. And one more picture. A picture of me and my sister standing in front of it before he pulled it out of the trees. Grant has his gathering can on his pegboard where he casts from. Sweet. I actually was talking to Grant right before I got on tonight. I actually was talking to Grant on the phone tonight. That's awesome. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Straight Six Fan, be sure to jump over there, give Grant a sub, and check out some of his content as well. This didn't run, I don't think, when Dad got it. So that's about as close up as we can get. I'll show you a close up on YouTube, then I'll get you a close up on Facebook. But spring of 81, I would have been 6.5. And my sister would have been about 4. Yep, Grant is a good dude. Absolutely. He helps me out a lot. Yeah, Grant helped me a ton when I first got going, too. So Grant is a great guy, no doubt about it. So this came up from up in north central Kansas, spring of 81, when Dad picked this one up. And like I said, even had a picture of the folks he bought it from. So not a lot of cool paperwork tonight on one that Dad put back together, but I thought kind of some cool pictures. Thought we'd take a few minutes and check that one out too. Didn't want to miss that one. And with that, I guess, are we ready for auctions? I assume you guys still want to do auctions. We're ready for auctions? Let me get regrouped here, and let's get into some auction stuff. All right. Austin wants some rocket fuel. Austin wants the big kahuna again. Man, you guys you're Austin, you're going to tear these guys up. Here you go. Austin keeps asking for it. Okay, let's get ready to rock and roll. As always, I'll hold up a piece. We'll talk about that piece. I'll point out any flaws. We'll talk about that car. That's right, Alec. Alex says he may get a little tipsy, spend all his dough on the first piece. You never know. We'll give you some dimensions on it. We'll talk about it as we're talking about it. If you have some interest in that piece, go ahead and throw a bid out there so I know we've got interest in it. After I get done with the description, we will put it on a timer. We will go 2 minutes. I will give you a note. I will tell you when 1 minute has passed. I will tell you when 1 minute 30 seconds has passed. At the end of 2 minutes, the high bid I see on my screen, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, I will announce as the winner. I do understand sometimes you guys see things differently than I do, but all I can go by is what I see. So I will announce the high bidder that I see on my screen at the end of 2 minutes, which a lot of times ends up costing me money, but that's all I can do. But however, on the first few items, I will announce all bids as I see them. As we get a little deeper into the auction, so if there's 3 bids, I'll only announce the highest one. But we'll start off with a few lower dollar pieces so guys can kind of get used to what's going on and work up to some other cooler stuff and have some fun with it. Most stuff, there's still got that one big can. We may try to squeeze that in yet tonight. There'll probably be like $10 shipping on that. Other than that, shipping will be included in all the small stuff as we work through here. So anyway, let's go ahead and get rolling. Start selling some cool stuff. Start adding some more cool stuff to your guys' collection. We'll start off, like I said, with a couple of cheaper pieces until everybody kind of gets used to what we've got going here. First off, we'll start with just a single plate. What's cool about it is it's Centennial, and it has Centennial stamped right in it. From the friends up north of us in Nebraska, the 1966 Centennial Nebraska plate. This does have a sticker on it for 68. This is printed. It was a steel plate where it had the kind of off-white, yellowish white, and red printed in it. Big tips for Pioneer Village. That's another great idea, Randy. Just let me know if you guys are going to round up a couple of bucks for Pioneer Village or add raffle chances in. We're doing great for Pioneer Village. I think we've got everything covered. We sponsored last year. We're working on sponsoring some more now. That's right. Great idea. Big job. Austin starts everything at 100. He'll be extremely successful tonight. Sounds like a great plan to me. Guitarzan 66 really should have a 66 plate. This one being Centennial, I thought that's what kind of made it stand out a little bit different. Obviously in good condition. It's not bent up. It's not beat up. It's not smashed. Just twisted a little bit like most of them. But that's the way most of those plates were made in that time frame. So let's roll with the 66 Nebraska. Austin started us off at 100. Is that what I heard? Nah, but he'll start us off at least 10. Yep, see, I figured he'd start us off at least 10. Kevin, 15. Austin, 17. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Martin at 20. Michael at 20. Hung up at 20 with Michael and Martin at the same time on different formats. So we got a little over 30 seconds for somebody to break the tie. Austin, 22. Ads. Let's stop for a second. We got ads. Is it just Mark? We're at the minute 30 mark, so I stopped it right there. 30 seconds left to go. Are we all clear, or is it just Mark? You guys let me know when we're clear. Okay, we're clear. 30 seconds left. Austin at 22. Pete's clear. Good. We're ready to go. Austin at 22. Michael, 24. Austin, 25. And that does it. Austin at 25. Got any Mopar fans out there tonight? Where's all our Mopar freaks at? We're going to give you a threefer on Mopar stuff. With some of these brochures are so great. I love these things. Martin's got ads. Alec is ready. We're going to give you a threefer on Mopar brochures. All for $19.66. The Belvedere, the Valiant, and the VIP. So let's check these out. We'll start right here with the VIP. These are the awesome sales brochures. Check that out. Boom. Didn't see that coming, did you? Check this thing out. Look at that. Great colors, great graphics. Not sure what this was for, but back here by the colors, it has this, I don't know what you kind of call that type paper, with VIP on it. And, of course, the options. And there's more in here. Onion paper. There we go. There's more in here for the new owner to check out. The Valiant. The 66 Plymouth Valiant. The Valiant Wagon. And once again, options and colors in the back of this one. Yeah, these things are art. And finally, the 66 Belvedere. Also got a Belvedere wagon. The Satellite Convertible in bronze metallic. Options. And, of course, colors. So, all three. That's right, the fine Corinthian leather. Good point. All three of them, one-shot deal. Who's going to start us off on that? Briggs at 10 as we kick it off on the timer. Briggs at 10. That's all we got. We're just getting started. Let's see what happens. Tractor Mike at 12. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Waycamp 13. Yeah, if it was 67, it would have GTX in there. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Kevin, 15. And that'll do it. We'll add those to Kevin's box for 15. All right, let's catch one of these little toys I found yesterday. None of these are like super killer high dollar, but they're neat little pieces. I thought we'd share them with you. A couple of them are hard rubber. One is metal. We're going to start off with one of these hard rubber toys. I can't quite make out the company. I can make out MFD, manufactured by. Maybe if I take a picture of it, maybe I can blow it up and see if I can get a manufacturer on this little toy car. Because it's a cool piece. I just can't get, I can't make out the manufacturer's name down in it. Still can't quite make it out. Oh, well, I don't know for sure what it is, who made this, but it is early. I think it's a 40s era piece, hard rubber, original tires. Cool little woody wagon. Now, this is a smaller one, but check this thing out. We see it's got the old white tires on it. This is a heavy molded rubber toy. Like I said, it is a smaller piece, but definitely got a great look to it. Late 30s, early 40s era is what I'm guessing on this piece, but definitely has some age to it. It's got the silver paint over here on this side, but not on this side, so somebody may have added that silver to it. Yeah, it's a very unique looking toy. So, like I said, I just thought it was cool. I knew it wasn't a real high dollar super killer piece, but I thought it looked great, and I figured you guys would appreciate it. So, just found it yesterday. Fresh meat, almost 4 inches long. So, it's a little under 4 inches. So, a little bit bigger than a Hot Wheel is all this thing is. But it's probably, like I said, 75, 80 years old, too. So, let's get ready to get rolling on this little dude. So your dog chewed on it, you still had something to play with. Yeah, that could have been it. I'm not really sure. That may have been the case. But regardless, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling on the timer and see what you guys think. Or maybe you guys don't like it as much as I do. I thought it was cool, but Austin at 5, Mark at 5. So it's got to be worth $5. Martin 6, Austin 7. Norman 8, just past the 1 minute mark. Martin at 8. We got 2 of them at 8. Martin was first. Glenn at 10. There's the minute 30 mark. Just about ready to wind it up. And we're going to add this one to Glenn's box for 10. Cool little piece for 10. Like I said, I knew they weren't high dollar, but it's still just neat. The other ones are a little bit bigger and a little bit better, so. Let's squeeze in a few more plates. Yeah, that's right, Glenn. We went up north to Nebraska. Let's go south to Oklahoma. Commercial truck plates. We're going to sell you a pair of these. And it's kind of weird because this is like the break in Oklahoma for their plates. 1966. Commercial truck. This is all stamped in and painted. Everything is embossed. Off-white, black letters, 1966 Oklahoma commercial truck. Going with that, 1967, Nut Farm at 20. In 67, they went to this screen-printed reflective on a metal plate. However, this is also a commercial truck, and it is also embossed in it. Martin, 25. So since these were kind of two different things back to back, but both commercial truck, I thought we'll just do them as a pair. Briggs at 30. So kind of cool. It's always kind of cool when you see the different stuff stamped in them. Let's get this thing rolling. Briggs at 30, you're going to get the pair of them. Michael at 33. Martin, 35. Hello, Gray Kitty. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Martin at 35 on the pair. Gray Kitty, what are you doing? Meow. Meow. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Zach, 41. Coming out of the wire on this one, Zach at 41. Take cover. Kevin L, 42, and that did it. Woo-hoo. Kevin L slid that in at like 159. And there was a bunch more in there, but Kevin L at 42 is who we had when it went to 2-0-0. Okay. Yep, need to come back to Oklahoma. That's true. We haven't done many horn buttons lately, so I got a few more of those out. We're going to do one now. We may try to squeeze a few more in yet tonight. These horn buttons are so cool. That box is starting to get thinned down, but there's still probably 20 more in there to do. So I keep missing them. We're going to get a few horn buttons squeezed in tonight. We got some badges coming up. We got a few more toys, more license plates, grease caps. We got a lot of fun coming up. But for now, let's do a horn button. This one from 1953. This is actually a Buick horn button, but it doesn't say Buick. It actually has the Fisher body emblem on it instead of the Buick emblem. 53, the 50th anniversary of Buick. But they actually use the Fisher body emblem in their horn button for 53. Beautiful colors are red, white, and blue in this with gold trim. Gold on the Fisher body. Chrome plated around the edge. It was a pot metal chrome plated bezel with a plastic center. We can see the back of the plastic, how this is all molded in here. The Fisher body emblem clearly molded into the back of that. Mary, 15. A few kind of minor hairline cracks across the front of this, but not really very visible. Obviously, great colors, good looking piece. Let me give you a size on it. Tractor Mike at 20, about 4 1/4 in diameter. Alec at 20. Mary, 25. And let's get this thing on the timer. Mary at 25 is the high bid. Zach, 26. Mary, 30. Tractor Mike, 32. It could be a sniper piece, that's for sure. Lots of bids from several different people, right out of the gate on this. That's typically what happens. That's when the snipers come out. Nut Farm's getting a little worried. Eyes are bugging out. But we're going to find out in about 60 seconds because 1 minute is gone, 1 minute is left, and I've got Tractor Mike at 32. Alec, 35. Mary, 35. I had Alec first over on Facebook. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left, and Mary at 38. David W. 37. Mary hit it right before that at 38. Bids on both formats on this one, and we're ticking away coming down to the wire. Mary at 38 as of right now, and we're getting close to the end. Zach, 42. Tony, 39. Zach at 42. Pete, 43. Mary, 45. And that did it. Holy cow. Mary got in with that 45 and got it done. Kevin had 45, but it was after the 2 minute. Holy cow, that one got interesting. Mary at 45. But it's a beautiful piece too, so. That was fun. I think we all need a Hudson badge after that. I think we need both badges after that. Austin, man, you're being tough on these guys tonight, Austin. How about something for our Blue Oval fans? I know we got Blue Oval fans out there, right? So for our Blue Oval fans, we're going to sell you some Blue Ovals. How about a collection of Blue Ovals? Yes, a Blue Oval badge bundle. A Blue Oval badge bundle. You're going to get 3 Blue Ovals. Starting off with, this is just kind of a basic plastic one. Good looking color. It is pretty flat, stud mount, but it is a plastic, complete plastic Blue Oval. This one is 4 inches. The next one, this is also plastic, but it actually has chrome trim around it. So it has a chrome outside edge. This one is all plastic. It does have studs, but it was also utilized double-sided tape. It's a little bit larger. Yeah, that's right, Mike. This one is 4.5. So this one is 4. This one's 4.5. This one, I thought it had a part number. It does not. Now, the last one, I think this is off of a truck grill. It's a good looking badge. E8, so I believe that's 88. on the big blue oval. This one is actually in a metal housing, chrome plated metal housing, E8. So this should be off of some sort of an 88. I'm sure it's off of a truck. Stud mount, plastic insert. And this one is just under 7.5, about 7 3/8. So all three blue ovals in one big blue oval badge bundle. And let's get this thing rolling. Maybe, if I can hit the button right. There, finally. Blue oval badge bundle. Tractor Mike starting us off with an official bid of $0. So not showing his Ford love. Waycamp at 10. L9000s. I was wondering about that, if that was like a bigger truck. Norman 12. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Coming up on that minute 30 mark. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Norman at 12 on all the blue ovals. Big job, 25. And that's going to do it. Big job at 25. I didn't figure Big Job was going to let those sit around and go for nothing. All right, I got to get this bigger can done. It's been laying there for a couple weeks. I keep forgetting to grab it. This one will have $10 shipping on, which maybe 10 or maybe 12 or 13, but we'll just call it 10. This is another one of those old galvanized service station type cans. 1 gallon, which you would think they would just put 1 gallon on it. But no, they'd rather put 4 quarts of liquid on this cool flex spout service station can. 4 quarts of liquid. Now, I mean, I went to public school and everything, but isn't that 1 gallon? Yeah, that's right, Big Job. It was going to be you or Andy. So this is a little bit bigger piece, but cool old galvanized. It's got the old school handle on it. It's got a flex spout on it, kind of like it looked like an elephant. Nut Farm at 15. Bottom of it's pretty good shape. It's not rusted out, beat up. In New York's NYCPA approved type. Stamping over here, not sure what all that means. But just a cool look. I mean, usually these are beat to a pulp. They're dented up. This one's still relatively straight. It still looks pretty good for its age. Like I said, we'll add $10 shipping on this just because it's kind of a bigger piece. Size-wise, it is about 13 inches up to here. You guys can see that. The spout, got about a 9-inch spout on it. Briggs at 20. And across the base, it is 6.5. So just something a little bit different. You know, we've done a few cans like this on here in the past. You guys have liked them. I do occasionally come across them. You know, they're just something a little bit different, but definitely still related to what we do here. Let's get this thing going on the timer. We've got Mark at 22. Like I said, we've got 10 bucks. We're going to put 10 bucks shipping on this, and let's roll with it. Mark at 22. Briggs, 25. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Coming up on the minute 30 mark. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Briggs at 25, and then the 10 shipping on this can, so it's a larger piece. Zach, Whiskey Business, 32. It kind of echoes. Echo. Whiskey Business at 32, about ready to wrap it up. Kevin, 33. Few seconds left. Austin, 35. Big Job, 40. And that does it. Big Job got that 40 in. Zach came back at 41, but it was too late. Big Job at 40 is who we had at the end. Hudson Badge. Okay. Where's our farm guys at? Stupid ads. Yeah. Those ads are tricky, that's for sure. Where's our ag guys at? We got some ag guys out there tonight. These are pretty cool. That's true, Russ. You're exactly right, Russ Nails. They just don't make that stuff like that anymore. That would be a pretty cool desk lamp. And it echoes. How about some Minneapolis Moline stuff? Minneapolis Moline harvesters, also known as combines. Check these out. Like I said, I don't know a lot about these. We're going to sell you both of them together. I don't know if they're worth $5 or $500, but they're pretty cool. They got great illustrations. Let's check out the new PowerFlow self-propelled hydraulic drive harvester from Minneapolis Moline Company. Ooh, this, let's see here. We'll see what we got. Okay, it folds open this way. Then you get to your brochure. Oh, wow, this is cool. Check this out. Great illustrations, great color. Look at this thing. PowerFlow drive. This is probably what, 50s? Tractor Mike can probably tell us this 50s era. So there's one of them. The other one, the SP-168 Harvester. Tractor Mike at 10. Come here, come back here. We got to show everybody the illustrations. Well, it gives us a timeline starting at 1887, and the timeline ends at 1946 as far as their development. So this is probably late 40s. Tractor Mike 15. So, both of these cool little mini pieces, don't know nothing about them. Hopefully you guys do, but they're kind of cool looking. They got good colors, great illustrations. If you're an ag guy, they're great pieces. The old spelling of Harvestor, yep, that's true. Tractor Mike 20, Tractor Mike is making sure nobody else gets in. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you're trying to comment and it doesn't show up, please remember I did change the settings to subscriber only for comments. I keep meaning to keep mentioning that. Subscriber only on comments, trying to keep the spam under control. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Tractor Mike 20. Austin 21. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Tractor Mike 23. Waycamp says Tractor Mike got big bucks. Wasn't that the whammy show? Big bucks, bam, and then you get a whammy. He takes all your money. About ready to wrap it up. If Austin's going to shoot back, we'll see if he does it quick because we only got a few seconds left to go. Austin at 25. And that does it. Austin at 25. So he got that last shot in. They don't have no way camp money. Yep, you got it, Austin. How about a grease cap? We haven't done any grease caps yet tonight, and this one's a killer grease cap. I think you guys are going to be excited about it. As a matter of fact, we're going to give you a Hudson badge while you think about this grease cap. Because they kind of match. Oh, yeah, check this one out. Check that one out, guys. Hudson grease cap. Kind of like our Hudson badge. About the same size even. The badge is a little bit bigger. Austin's out of beer. This one's banged up a little bit. It's been pushed in a little. Mary, 25. There's some scratches on the Hudson lettering here on the front. But overall, this thing isn't too terribly bad. The sides of it are still pretty shiny. It's not all beat up. Obviously, internal threads like all these had. Nut Farm at 30, made in the USA, Detroit. You can see there where it's kind of pushed in a little bit. It gives you a little bit better view of how that triangle is pushed in. But overall, I mean, these are display pieces. This one looks great. Nut Farm at 30, and let's get this thing on the timer and see what happens. Michael, 33. Was that on this, Michael? It says 1 minute. I don't know if that was current or old. All right, Michael 33. Well, Alec at 50 just took care of that. Alec at 50. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. Norman had a 34 high in there, but Alec had a 50. Is that the knockout blow before we even get to the 1 minute mark? Well, who knows? But there's the 1 minute mark, so we're going to find out in 60 seconds. I didn't give you a size on this because this is a little bit bigger. This is almost 4 inches in diameter across the back of this one. But a cool looking piece. Alec at 50. Minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left to go. No, it's a little bit smaller. That's what I held it up to there earlier. You can see the badge itself is slightly larger than the triangle on the cap. We're coming out of the wire with a few seconds left to go. Alec at 50. Whiskey Business, Zach 52. Zach at 52. Mary at 51. I got Zach at 52. And that does it. Nut Farm came back at 55 and it was too late. Zach at 50. Mary had 53. Zach at 52 is who we had at the 2 minute mark. Let's put that with his can so I don't forget. Put this with your can. It actually kind of fits. Sounds good, Mark. Glad you were here. You did, Alec. You were that close, and it just went bananas at the end. Okay, what else we want to do? I got some more of these toys. I got another toy I found yesterday. Another Tootsie, but this is kind of a fancy Tootsie. I think it's kind of a fancy Tootsie. There's Michael. A Tootsie Cadillac. Does say Tootsie Toy right on the bottom of it, but it is actually a Cadillac. Early 50s Tootsie Cadillac. Does have some scuffs and scratches. It does appear to be original paint. Kind of a tannish color, I guess. Fins on the back. Window divider on the back. Says Tootsie right here underneath it. Kind of a cool piece. There again, I know these toys I got yesterday aren't crazy high dollar, but they're still super cool. And I figured you guys would dig them. This is almost 6 inches long. About 5 7/8 long on this Tootsie Cadillac. Modeled after about a 50, 51, 52. Alec at 3. Starting off really low on the Cadillac, but that'll get us started. Alec at 3. And we're live and on the timer on the Tootsie Toy Cadillac. Briggs, 5. Glenn, 10. Pete's got a green one. Well, you need a tan one, I guess. It's a good looking one. It's got some decent detail on it. Alec, 13. Big job. Got 100 stitches from a caddy like that in 6th grade. That doesn't sound like any fun at all. See the side moldings in here with the way they're designed into the body. Alec at 13. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Coming up on that minute 30 mark. And there it is, a minute 30, gone, 30 seconds left to go, and Norman at 15. Norman at 15 as we're coming down to the wire. A few seconds left. Let's see what happens on the cool Tootsie Cadillac. Matt 17, Glenn 17. Matt and Glenn both at 17 with a few seconds left to go. Alec at 17. I had Matt first. What do we got? And that does it. I guess we got Matt at 17. They came in at the same time, but Matt popped up first on my screen. So Alec came back at 18, a little bit too late. So Matt at 17. Yep, we'll put it with your bus. That's right. And it's about the same size, so it's perfect. Let's catch a couple more things, then we'll see where we're at. Awesome, Zach. Appreciate that. Glad you made it back. Let's get a plate. I got a plate and a can laid out here for sure right now. We want to do those things, do those two real quick. This is a beautiful plate. It's a year that we haven't done very often, and it's kind of a unique one. This time we are going to do a Kansas plate from 1954, going back 70 years, and this is one of those that actually has the corner of the state cut out. Not just stamped in, it is actually cut out. This plate looks great. In fact, it might have even been new. It was on display board, but it might be new. Michael at 5. We can see the runs in the paint on this thing if we can get the light just right. There, we can kind of see the runs in the paint on this. Tractor Mike at 10, 3-digit. Back of this thing's beautiful. Good looking plate, 70 years old. Tractor Mike at 10, and let's roll with this thing. We don't see a lot of 54s. I don't come across them that often for some reason. Actually, a lot of the early 50 stuff we haven't seen. Of course, they're they're kind of popular with the way the state's cut out. So they're not as easy to find. Condition on this one looks great. And we are on the timer. What are you doing, chunky butt? Yeah, I don't know what the deal was with the 6 holes, but they all look factory. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say they're all factory, but they don't look botched up either. But I don't know why it's got 6 holes. Zach might not be quite done yet tonight. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. The Wheat State embossed in this one. Kind of a cool plate. Tractor Mike at 10. Martin at 12. Michael, is that 18 on this, Mike? Yeah, this is 18 on this with Michael. Minute 30. Minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left to go. Michael at 18. I think that's on this because I think it wasn't there when Alec put the 18 up. Martin at 20. Zach 31 with a few seconds left. Zach at 31 coming out swinging. And that does it. Zach at 31. Tony 32. Michael had something, but it got messed up with something else. Zach at 31 is who I had at the 2-minute mark. All right, I got one more can out on the desk, guys. We'll do this can, then we'll see what you want to do. This can, I don't know a thing about it. I don't know if I don't know if it's a $5 can or a $50 can. It's banged up a little bit, but it is brand new. It does still have oil in it. I will drain it if I have to ship it. If it's a pickup deal, I'll leave it full. But it's something for our motorcycle fans, and I don't know nothing about this. I got it in a box of other cans. It's been laying back there on the shelf. So it, like I said, it's banged up a little bit, but it is high performance Klotz Technoplate 2-cycle motorcycle oil for old school dirt bikes, I guess. Like I said, I don't know a thing about this can, but if you like dirt bikes, it's super cool. Klotz with the checkered flag on it. It is an all metal quart, 1972. So if you're into 70s era dirt bikes and stuff, this is definitely a piece, or old motorcycles. But it is dated 1972. Klotz Special Formula High Performance Chemical Technoplate 2-cycle motor oil. So is anybody interested in this or not? Because I don't have a clue if this is cool or not. I know nothing about it. So you guys tell me. Tony says it was good smelling oil. Well, you know more about it than I do, because Tony at 10, I thought it looked kind of interesting with the dirt bike. I thought you guys might like it. I thought we'd throw it up. So let's go ahead and go. Tony at 10. See what you guys think. Austin at 12. Nut Farm 10. Austin at 12. Let's see what we've got right now. Nut Farm 13. Well, some of you guys are familiar with it. Obviously, Big Job's familiar with it. I don't know nothing about it. I came with some other cans. The motorcycle I thought looked cool on it. Obviously, it's ringing some bells for some of you guys. Nut Farm at 13. One minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Big Job says it's the best 2-cycle mix oil out there. Tony says it's good stuff. Yeah. So obviously you guys are familiar with it. So this is cool. 50-plus-year-old can. Pretty neat piece. Glad you guys like it, because like I said, I had no clue. Nut Farm at 13. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Tony used to run in his Banshee. Nut Farm at 13, about ready to wrap it up. And that'll do it. Going to the Nut Farm at 13. Austin came back at 15. Tony at 15. All too late. Nut Farm at 13. All right, guys, what do you want to do? You want to do a couple more? You want to go to the magazine? What do we want to do? I'm sure y'all want a Hudson badge. We can definitely do that. Mary says auction more stuff. You want to do a couple more pieces? What do we want? We haven't done a cap tonight. Well, we'll wait on this caps. We got horn buttons. Because I don't have much for caps. Yeah, I don't have much. So let me get, because I didn't go to the yard today, so I don't have much for caps here. We'll get those caps next time. We can do, you want to do another plate and that other toy maybe? We can do that. Tony wants a horn button. We can do a horn button. I got a horn button laying right here. But I do need to get a batch of caps ready for next week, Michael. No doubt about that. So we'll do a horn button here real quick. We'll do a couple more things real quick, and then we'll get rolling. Caps, I need to get some ready for next week. I got a couple in there, but they're not cleaned up. They're not ready. We'll get some more. Plate, yeah, we'll do another plate. How about we do this, a horn button, a plate, and this other toy? Is that cool with everybody? Okay, this horn button. Out there for our Pontiac fans, I believe this is a 1962. What if you say no? Well, we'll shuffle it up and do some other stuff. This is another one of those horn buttons with a ton of depth. Look at the depth in this thing. I believe this is a 62 Pontiac. It's got the Pontiac star in it. Now notice I'm reaching way down in there. That's how much depth this thing has in it. Chrome ring around it, metal chrome ring, plastic center with the Pontiac star. These tapered rings in here really give it that depth. We've looked at some of these horn buttons before, and you just look down in them, and it's like, wow, you're like sucking you down in. The gold star down in the bottom with a reflector in the background and the rings around it. This just had clips on the back of it to turn it into lock it in. On the I think it's a 62 Pontiac horn button. Let me give you a size on it. Little over 3 inches. It's a little bit over 3 inches in diameter on this Pontiac horn button. So let's get this thing rolling. I'm going to look around, see what else we want to do here. Have not done that yet. Probably looking at that first weekend in December is what I'm guessing. Which would be like the 8th, maybe. I'm thinking like the 8th. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking after we get back. That's what I'm thinking. Sounds perfect, Matt. Briggs, 5. Tony, 20. 1 minute gone. 1 minute left to go. Minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left to go. Michael's out. Tony took care of that, huh? Coming out of the wire, I've got Tony at 20. And that does it. Tony at 20. Pete out of 29, just a half a second too late. Briggs 21. Kevin 25. Holy cow, Tony. You got crazy lucky on that one. All right, let's catch this plate and then this last toy. Then we're going to catch a little bit in the magazine. 1936. This is a pretty good looking 36 plate. Kansas. Halloween colors. Orange with black letters. It is a T plate, so it is a truck plate. T69. All orange on the back. This is one of the longer, skinnier, narrower plates that Kansas used from 32 to 37, I believe. 32 to 37. Tractor Mike at 10. Yeah, Tony's just been behind all night. He'll take the luck. 14.5 by 4.25. So 14.5 on these long, skinny, mid-30s era Kansas plates. This one a truck. Let's get this thing rolling. I've got Tractor Mike at 10. One more toy after this. I think it's the coolest looking out of this handful of little ones that I got for tonight. So, Pawnee County. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking 69 was Pawnee. Nut Farm 15. I tell you, survived your meetings this week, Nick. Barely. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. Michael, 22. Tractor Mike, 17. I got Michael on Facebook at 22. Just past that 1 minute mark. Minute 30 gone. 30 seconds left to go. Sounds great, Kevin. We'll see you next week. Maybe. Unless something goes haywire on my end, so. Michael at 22. Michael at 26, covering his own tracks. Few seconds left. And that does it. Michael at 26. You were right, Michael. They were in there, but they were too late. There was a 27 and a 28, but they were both 2 seconds too late. Michael at 26. Michael Glagola on Facebook. All right, let's catch the last toy. Like I said, none of these were super high dollar, but this is definitely the coolest one, I think. Arcor, A-R-C-O-R toys, Arcor toys. I'm thinking this is 40s era. I don't know if you guys can see that in there or not, where it says Arcor toys down in here. This is kind of a 40s era streamliner type. I think this thing is great. This one I would probably keep if I hadn't bought this handful saying I was going to sell them tonight. Check this thing out. I think this is super cool. Kind of the spine down the back, split the back window, kind of a Buick type nose, maybe a Packard type nose. Not extremely defined to a specific car. Mary's jumping off. We'll see you next week, Mary, hopefully. This piece is 5 inches by 2 inches. It does have the original axles and appears to have all the original wheels except for maybe this one. This one's a little bit lighter, but I'm not sure if it's original. No, it's hard rubber. This is the hard pressed rubber is what these are. Or kind of a hard molded rubber or pressed rubber. Yeah, it's cool. I think they're super neat. They are not very detailed, but there again, these were probably cheaper toys back in the day. And a lot of times this stuff didn't survive. So to see it in, all the wheels do turn. So all the wheels do turn on it. Like I said, I know these aren't high dollar pieces, but man, these things are cool. Briggs at 5, Norman at 8. Let's get this thing going. Last piece of the night. Then we're going to check out a little bit in the magazine. Michael at 10. Working our way towards the 1 minute mark. Closer. 1 minute gone, 1 minute left to go. No problem, Michael. Minute 30 gone, 30 seconds left to go. Michael at 10. Glenn at 12. Norman at 12. Michael 13. I'm not sure what it is, Glenn. Glenn at 14, right? Barely snuck in a 14 with Glenn. Not sure what it is. I thought you were taking another shot, so I was watching for you, and it's a good thing I was watching because it barely got in. But we got Glenn at 14. Michael came back at 15. And there was no time left after that because it was Glenn barely got that one in. So we'll add this to Glenn's other toy and put it in his box. All right. That'll wrap us up on auctions tonight. As always, it was a blast. Congratulations to all of our winners. Thanks to everybody for playing. A lot of fun doing that. And there again, the participation is awesome. We have a blast with it. That's all right, Michael. You know we're going to be doing more, so it's always fun. Like I've mentioned a few times, lots of hubcaps next week. Okay, I'll try to get some more hubcaps ready. And like I mentioned earlier, next week is up in the air. I don't know for sure what next week is going to bring. Awesome Austin. But I will get a post out as far as what next week may or may not bring. So I will let you guys know ahead of time what my plans look like. But going back to the Auto Trade Journal from October of 1940, 34, courtesy of our good friend Glenn. Tonight, what we're going to check out in here, don't have a ton of time left, but I want to do a few of these because the next part of this magazine we're getting into is a ton of killer ads. 90-year-old ads. So we're going to start off with the first couple pages of ads. I don't want to bend the spine back on this, so we're going to look at a couple ads at a time. But this is some cool stuff. First, Carter Carburetors. Be a specialist in motor tune-up. Get a set of these free motor tune-up charts. Car owners are getting wise to the fact that motor tune-up is not only necessary at regular intervals, but that it saves them real money in gasoline consumption and keeps their cars at peak performance. Right, Gray Kitty? Right? Yes, you want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? Come here. Come here, Gray Kitty. Okay, go wander off. Consequently, the motor tune-up specialist's business volume and his profits are increasing at a rapid pace. For tune-up is the greatest salesman of other services and parts. Specialize in motor tune-up and back up your skill with genuine Carter parts. The Carter Parts and Service Kit, requiring only a moderate investment, provides you with the fastest moving parts for those most popular Carter-equipped cars. Ask your jobber salesman or write us for full details. The next page, demand makes this the fastest selling winter accessory, Fulton Electric Sleet Frost Windshield. We've talked about these before. Let's check out these ads from 1934. Starting off over here with the Carter carburetor ad, and then over here, the Fulton, yes, Fulton, as in sun visor, I believe. Winter accessory. These would plug in. These had suction cups that stuck to your windows, and they would plug in to defrost your windows. There again, we've got to go back in time to 1934, and this is how it was done. This was actually an accessory, and there again, Carter carburetors pretty common, very common to use. To overhaul those in tune-ups. So Carter's trying to get you to buy their tune-up cabinet. So that shops had them in stock and ready to go. I don't blame you, Norman. If you got storms coming, you better be paying attention to what's going on. That's for sure. This next one is a 2-page ad for the Sunnen system, Sunnen, the Sunnen system of motor reconditioning. $264.60. Only $264.60. In 1934, that was an astronomical amount of money. Invest your equipment money where it will earn you the greatest profits. The Sunnen system of motor rebuilding includes the Sunnen cylinder reconditioning outfit, the Sunnen pinhole grinder, and the Sunnen quick check rod aligner. With the Sunnen system, you'll find it easier to sell more rebuilding jobs, for it will give the car owner confidence in your ability to do the job right by the most modern methods in less time and at a fair price. Ask your jobber for a demonstration or write for complete information. Check this stuff out. This was some high-tech, state-of-the-art machine tools in 1934. This next couple ads, like I said, these ads are so great, going back 90 years. Edison batteries, the positive end zone battery from Thomas A. Edison Incorporated, E-Mark Battery Division, Kearney, New Jersey, as well as a train. The last word in modern trains, the last word for engine efficiency, the Bonalite cylinder head and Nelson Bonalite piston. These latest developments have established new records in all phases of motor car performance, but they are also used in trains, and that's where they were trying to go to prove that their stuff was the best. Check this stuff out. Here's your Edison battery, and even though this just has a little bit of text, obviously this silver train against this completely black background definitely catch your attention for Bonalite internal engine parts. Obviously, trying to get the point across that they're good enough for your locomotives, they're good enough for your car. Now, this is something, this next couple pages, once again, a 2-page ad. They did use red in the ad. The only other color they've been using other than, is either grays, blacks, or whites. And we think about in today's world what we see advertised in the magazines we still get. And it's kind of crazy to think that they would have a 2-page ad with color for a piston ring. Not something that most people would take ads out on today. Yes, 2-page with color, better oil control, less carbon clogging, vastly longer life with the Pedrick heat-shaped deep channel oil control ring from the Wilkington Manufacturing Company in Philadelphia. That is a whole lot of advertisement for a piston ring. Definitely crazy how times have changed. Yep, 50 cents. Anymore, I mean, unless you're a remanufacturing facility, not hardly anybody overhauls anything anymore. Back then, it was so common they were literally taking out 2-page colored ads for piston rings. Crazy to think about it. I think we'll save the rest of these. Well, yeah, I think we'll save the rest of these. There's still some cool ads coming up, but we're coming up on that 10 o'clock time slot. We'll put Kevin's card right back in here for our bookmark. Once again, huge shout out to Glenn for providing us with this one. Sounds great, Austin. The Automobile Trade Journal from 1934. We'll keep working on this as well as our one from 1913. We'll start mixing some more other stuff back in as well. Like I mentioned, guys, next week is kind of up in the air. I will get a post out ahead of time. I should know, kind of what my schedule is going to look like, before Sunday. It wasn't like last weekend where I didn't know how flights were going to go and things like that. So hoping to know something a little earlier this time than what I did last week as to what's going to happen next Sunday night. So we will have some Toy Tuesday coming up. I will get some more content up this week. I've got to get some more new inventory shot. I've got a ton of cars and trucks we haven't shared with you yet. Got to get the back of the truck unloaded. Probably won't have all the new toys out for Toy Tuesday this week, but probably by next week we will. But that's okay. We've still got tons of stuff we haven't looked at there either. And that's right. Like Matt says, congratulations to all the raffle winners, all the auction winners. Without you guys here, this pretty much wouldn't amount to anything. This would be me sitting here babbling into a webcam. But you guys being here, your participation in the auctions, the raffles, you guys sharing your knowledge with the other viewers. And I love, one of my favorite things is just like we saw a couple of times tonight, is the guys that comment, we always learn something on here, which is so awesome that, hopefully I'm helping with that. And then you guys jump right in with your knowledge and it helps all of us. And that's what's so great about this community that we've built here. And what it's turning into is all of that knowledge being shared, everybody learning more about the stuff we like. And that's why we're here. So if you got friends you think they would enjoy it, be sure to let them know, have them jump on, hang out with us. Obviously, as you guys comment, we have a lot of fun on here. And that's in big part to all of you guys. Huge shout out to everybody that helps with everything we do here. Thanks for the Johnny Carson comments, Kevin. I still am baffled by that, but it is very flattering that you guys think that what we do here is that good. So Scott's having fun over on Facebook. Glad you're still here. Like I said, tell your friends, jump on that No Buddies Facebook page right there. Be sure to get on that. Share your stuff on there. We're going to give away some license plates in November. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. Remember, 3 of each, all new old stock. And I think they're all consecutive numbers in those groups too. So it's going to be a fun raffle as well. We did some plates a few months ago, but always like mixing some of that stuff up with some different things. So anyway, with that, we'll see some of you Tuesday night on Toy Tuesday. We'll get some more content up this week, and I will let you guys know with plenty of advance notice what is going to happen next week, whether I've got to leave on Sunday or whether I end up leaving Monday. But like I said, I should know that by the end of the week so I can let you guys know well ahead of time as far as what's going to be happening next Sunday night. So with that, thanks to everybody for being here. Thanks to making this show what it is. You guys are what make this happen. You being here, sharing your knowledge and having a great time, being good sports about everything and having a blast. With that, we'll wind her up. Have a great week, everybody. We sure hope to see you all Tuesday night. If not, we sure hope to maybe, providing everything works out, next week. If not, we'll definitely be here in 2 weeks for some more Sunday Night Live chat. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great week.